In the deep edge of a misty forest, far from the safety of any farmhouse, there lived a creature feared by every living thing with soft feathers or wool, an old, grey wolf named Morak, whose eyes glowed like embers and whose breath carried the chill of night. Morak was not just any wolf, he was large, unnaturally silent, and clever beyond belief. Farmers whispered that he had lived for 100 years, surviving bullets, traps, even poisoned meat. He moved like a shadow, and wherever he went, animals vanished, chicks from coops, lambs from fields, even whole flocks if he was hungry enough. But Morak didn't just eat to survive, he hunted for the thrill. One evening, as the moon rose blood red behind the trees, Morak licked his teeth and sniffed the wind. Tonight, he whispered to himself, I feast. His nose twitched as the scent of fresh hay, feathers, and warm blood filled his nostrils. Down in the valley below, nestled behind a crooked wooden fence, was a little farm where a hen had just hatched 6 baby chicks, and beside them grazed a group of fluffy young lambs, their mothers dozing nearby. Morak's mouth watered at the thought. But he was no fool, he knew the humans kept dogs and lights and noise. So he waited. He watched. For 3 nights, he lay in the tall grass outside the farm, eyes unblinking, barely breathing. He studied the routine. The dog slept from midnight to 2, the farmer snored loudly through the window, the lantern by the coop flickered out around 1. On the 4th night, he moved. Like smoke on the wind, he slipped through the fence. He was halfway to the chicken coop when a tiny sound stopped him, a rustle, like dry leaves moving. He turned, teeth bared. But it was nothing. Or so he thought. Inside the coop, the baby chicks were huddled together, peeping softly. The mother hen, old and tired, sensed something in the air, an old danger, a nightmare from stories. She flapped her wings gently, whispering to her chicks, stay still. Do not peep. Do not move. But one little chick, the smallest of them, was curious. What is that shadow outside, Mama? He chirped. The mother didn't answer. Outside, Morak crept closer, teeth gleaming. He pushed his nose against the coop's door, slowly, carefully, when suddenly, click. A trap snapped shut behind him. Not a real one, but a trick. A tripwire tugged a bell near the barn. The dog woke up instantly and began barking furiously. The farmer stirred. Lights flickered on. Morak cursed and vanished into the night, but he was not done. You got lucky, little birds, he growled from the dark. But I'll be back. When the wind hides my scent and the moon sleeps, I'll return. The farm tried to rest again, but unease grew like a sickness. The chicks could not sleep. The sheep trembled when the wind blew. The dog began patrolling day and night, but Morak never showed. Not during storms, not during sunshine, not even during the harvest festival when everyone forgot to lock the pen. That's when the animals started to think, maybe he's gone. Maybe it was just a story. But the smallest chick, the one who had spoken, never forgot the glow of those eyes in the dark. One night, as the moon hid behind clouds and the valley lay in silent sleep, Morak returned. This time, he came from the roof, having clawed his way up the old oak beside the coop. He dropped down without a sound and slithered toward the sheep pen. But the little chick had stayed awake. Something had stirred in his tiny heart, bravery. He climbed up the feed barrel and saw the shadow moving near the lambs. He didn't scream. Instead, he ran straight into the house through the open bottom of the barn door, where the dog lay half asleep. The chick pecked the dog's tail, flapped, chirped, squawked. The dog woke up. Wolf, the chick said. Outside, now, and with a furious bark that echoed like thunder, the dog charged out. The lambs bleated. The hen screamed. The wolf turned to run, but this time, the dog was faster. The chase tore through the fields, the barn, the fence. In the end, Morak escaped, but not without injury. A scar tore across his shoulder, and for the first time in 100 years, he limped as he walked. He never returned to that farm again. As for the little chick, he became a hero. The farmer never knew what really happened, only that the wolf never came back. And every night, the animals slept safely, while one brave little chick stood by the window, eyes open, waiting, just in case the shadow ever came crawling again.